Alright, so I'm going to be taking a look at these Amazon purchase Free Soldier military style boots. They're about the color of the army surplus boots they have nowadays. So Texas waterproof. Big logo on there. Actually, let me flip it around. It says Free Soldier, like in a rubberized patch kind of thing. Let's see if you can see it. This is the cheapest brand I could find on Amazon. I realized later that Walmart has a bit of a cheaper brand. That looks. Now, before this, I had some black 511 boots. I thought they were good. They were great on the trail, especially with the side zip option. Now these don't have a side zip. What I did like about these is it actually didn't seem like I think it didn't advertise it correctly. Alright, anyways, I was interrupted by somebody checking us in the campsite. So before I would use the 511 boots, let me show you the tread on the bottom while I'm wearing them. A little dirty from gravel, but no zipper on this one. But I've been feeling like they're pretty comfortable. I have noticed though that on big rocks, 511 type shoes would just kind of like roll your ankle around them. This one kind of flexes with it, so it almost has like a moccasin feel to it. So I don't know if that's what you're looking for, or if you like the other one. I mean, I guess there's some advantages and disadvantages to that. When your shoe flexes over a rock, like if you step on something that big, I'm talking about big ones. Let me see. I can feel that there a little bit. Well, actually no, I can't feel it. I guess there must have been some really round ones on one trail I was on. But yeah, I guess I could see how, like, if I put a lot of pressure on it, I can kind of feel a little bit. But I mean, it's not like painful. But if you go through a lot of those, like I said, it's like your foot kind of wraps around it, kind of like a moccasin feel. If you had another boot, some of them more rigid on the bottom, and then they'll kind of like, you'll wind up just like tossing your ankle back and forth. I believe that's what it felt like when I did the 511 ones. Not in a bad way though, but it does like kind of like throw you off. This one does flex more, so I don't know. There's advantages and disadvantages to that, right? I guess if you're trudging around on the other type of shoe, you could potentially hurt your ankle. This one though is eventually, if you have a whole trail full of big rocks like these, you'll feel a little bit of you'll feel it by the end under your foot. But like normal stepping on stuff, I don't feel nothing. Even when I step on that, I don't really feel it. It's just, I guess if you go with the multiple ones, maybe little like fist size ones right in the foot, if you do a lot of those, it'll kind of feel. But I did notice it doesn't push your foot around, like so it has that flex to it. Now they're really comfortable on the inside. The flex is great. Yeah, I don't really feel like they kind of wear like tennis shoes. The side kind of looks like tennis shoe style, right? They don't, like I said, some boots don't really flex. This one does a good job with that. So I guess that's personal preference. It does say waterproof. I'm not too sure about that. I have sprayed it with like a can of off spray, and did discolor a little bit, but it seemed to have gone away. Like it doesn't stay discolored. If it does, like I can't even notice it. Like maybe right there might have been where I sprayed a little. I mean, it's no big deal. Actually, like I'm a little darker anyways. If it is, but that ain't much of an issue. Now they're all dirty because I have been using them. This is about the third or fourth time I've used them. Once camping, once hiking. Oh, another time Sam Houston National Forest, and then this time right here in our camp out again. So we got Jonah there. I would say these are a buy. They're the cheapest thing on Amazon. They're pretty good. I am interested in trying those ones at Walmart though. And I think the only drawback with these is, you know, putting on boots is a little bit of a hassle. Side zip would be nice. that might mess up with the waterproofing though. I don't know. I never gone through a side zip boot into like water or anything. But oh, one more big difference I noticed is that there is no like, cause sometimes I feel like it's like wide right there at the bend of your ankle. I didn't know what it was. I thought I wasn't pulling tight enough or whatever. Then I realized like right here at this joint, other boots, like my 511 boots I'm used to, have like usually a D-ring right there, so it pulls it in also. This one is missing anything. I mean, even a shoelace loop, a hole, is missing from there. So I don't have that big of a deal. I do feel like it's kind of like, I did feel a little awkward at first. Maybe I can't like cinch it up too tight, but at the same time, I mean, I got used to it. It has advantages and disadvantages. But yeah, because I know some boots can have that right there and it'll put pressure on your ankle and it's not comfortable at all. So this doesn't have that problem. The only thing is it has that kind of open look to it, no matter how tight I pull it. So I mean, I can get a little tighter, but maybe like right there. But yeah, that's the only thing I noticed. Like if you really want that ankle support, like with the D-ring pulling in right there at that spot, you're not gonna get it on this shoe. But like I said, I haven't had any problems with it being an issue. It did take me a while to figure out what the difference was, because I know it kept feeling different. But yeah, I mean, at least it doesn't put a pressure point or anything on your ankle there. And so far it's been holding up well. That's just dirty right there. I'll clean that down later, but because it really gets messy on the gravel cap pads here. But so far I guess these are a buy. The only really downside I see to it that I have a problem with, or not a serious problem, but just a downside, my con, is that it's a little bit hassle to get your foot in when you're coming out of a tent. A side zip would be so much nicer. But you already know that if you're going with regular boots. If anybody has any tips on how to get them on quick and easy, maybe I just don't know how. So, the side zip ones, I'm sure they can get water in them if you step in some water. So these have its advantages too. But like I said, a little bit of hassle to get them on. Maybe somebody knows a good trick. Comment below, I guess. Alright, here's the inside of those Free Soldier boots. Those insoles look like they got a bit of some extra padding on the ridges or something. So, and then, I mean, that's pretty good for a, let me get a focus. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty nice for a boot. I've seen lesser quality on the inside of boots for bigger brands, and you do have a thick padding around the edge. Okay. Alright. So far still liking them. I hiked about just a mile and a half, but I was carrying a 30-pound ruck, which actually might have been more because I added some things to it, but yeah, I'm doing fine. The only thing is, and it might just be because of boots in general, when I slip my feet in, jams up my sock so much it feels like it's pushing on my nails. But I think just because I'm slipping my shoes in and I'm not used to boots. I used to use the slide zips for a long time and haven't worn boots like this since I was a kid probably. But I'm kind of impressed with that inside, that padding. I mean, just those little, you see how there's like little ridges here, see, that have extra padding in there. And I don't see no bare spots. Everything's cloth inside and padded. Like this is padded too, all this cloth here. Yeah, even on the tongue here is a little bit padded, just a little bit, but even more so right here. So no complaints so far, with the exception of I feel like I need that little bit of extra support here on the sides. But like I said, sometimes some companies could add that pressure on there and you don't like it. So you're okay with that, then the boots have been good. Oh, and I know I've been complaining about it not having side zips, but these really help. Once I get my foot in there, I just put my finger in there, yank that off. That really helps. I don't think every boot has that. I know 511 doesn't. At least not my model I got. I got the ATAX, and that was about a year ago, I guess. But this really helps to yank up that boot. It's I guess like literally putting yourself up at bootstraps, I guess, right? Or at least pulling your bootstrap up, pull your boot up, right? I'm sitting here, I got one on. The laces though too, I gotta tell you, are great. They're not those kinds that are slippery that come undone. Like there's some texture to this. It's like it's cotton, I guess. I know sometimes they be like slippery. Maybe it's because they got some polyester in it or something. I don't know. I mean, maybe there's some polyester in this, but this feels like there's some grip to it. Once you get that tight, I have no problem with that coming off. And there's some boots that have shoelaces. I don't think any more, but there was years back when I would put like either 511s or Rockies or something like that, and it might have been Rockies boots back when they were back before 511. I got an old Rocky boot somewhere. I gotta show you. It's kind of like the cop boot back then, in the 90s. They actually changed their model to have these little mountains on the side, and they fell out of favor, I think, with everybody, law enforcement too, because that doesn't look very professional to have little mountains on the side of your boots, right? I've always liked the black police type boots because you wear your pants down to here, and it covers even the webbing. Your pants will cover the webbing, and you kind of just see that black shoe. So you can actually pull it off with some khakis, or you know, you could pull it off a little bit dressier than it really is. Not, I know not a black tie event, but I think it was versatile. Whereas can be for rainy boots, and sometimes we're just a boot under. I think that's why the police liked them a lot, because they usually had those uniform pants with that. When the uniforms are kind of dressy looking. So when the pants are down to here, you just see a black shoe. These have the suede out though. I've noticed the. I didn't even realize until I really started looking into it. This is what the military went changed to. The last I saw, they had that digital sage color. You know that digital camo they have, and they had that sage color. But when I'm looking at surplus stores or thrift stores or stuff where you can find old boots, I don't see those no more. They used to have. That's where I first started seeing them do the suede out. They had the suede out with that digital camo suede color. I'm sorry, not digital camo, sage color. That's what I was like. I don't see those no more. I don't know, but I am seeing these brown ones. I guess they went to this. So this is not Army surplus, but it's like a rip off of them. Another thing is too, I know the Army surplus ones have they have these like little vent holes on the side here, and I did not want that. This actually, I think the advertising actually had it on Amazon showing that it had it, and I just kept looking around for a boot that didn't have it, because I'm afraid if I get water in there, like if I step in water, this deep, it's gonna flood my boot. But I'm not sure. Maybe it has a only air out valve or something that doesn't, that prevents that. If you had a boot like that, let me know. People who are ex-military probably know, because I don't see how you can have a military boot and let people get the foot full of water with vents like that can, push in water. So I'm assuming it had a way to not allow things to come in. So I'm curious to know about it. But I ordered these. I didn't want that. I think the picture had it with those the little like vent holes, like a little screen. So I'm talking about like 2 little screens. But it came without it. So if that's an issue you don't like, this brand definitely does not have that. So, but maybe those vent holes or something that are really good. Maybe they don't prevent. Maybe they have some kind of mechanism inside, like a valve, to prevent. Maybe it's like we're not prevent. We're like prevent stuff from coming in. So it's like a one-way valve or something, only allows the air to come out. Maybe, I don't know. Otherwise, I don't see why they would do that. That seems like a horrible design if they didn't do that. So, but it doesn't have that. It says waterproof. I haven't run into water with it. At least not, well, I've been in rain with it, but drizzles, I mean. Now I think about it, it doesn't seem like they get soaked. But I haven't gone through any streams or anything, so. Alright, so, like I said, yeah, that's a good feature. Give you a better look at the tread on the bottom. I don't think that has anything left to be desired. That's a pretty decent tread. Maybe not super aggressive. I think that 511s might have a little bit more, but that's still pretty good, I think. You get any more aggressive, you're probably gonna, you know, not have that flex. So, yeah, and I was able to get it. You see, this one I'm talking about is like a little bit wider here, and I figured out that sorry, should probably have a D-ring or something there, or a hole at least. Actually, I think the D-ring, I'm trying to think here, 511, I think one year had a D-ring here, or maybe they, I'm trying to remember, there was some boot I bought that had a D-ring here that kept putting pressure on me because it had like whatever rivet they put under to hold it, putting pressure on my ankle. But I haven't had a problem with them lately, with their brand. Maybe that was Rocky. But yeah, I've been using these only for camping and hiking, and so far they've been good.